There it is. Hello, I'm Zeospantera, the host of Z Reviews, and we're standing here in front of these three beautiful ladies. Hello. About to watch Pacific Rim because that movie is fucking amazing. But the thing is, a surround sound, which I have here, 3 of the Klipsch THX 5000s, and then I've got some Swans in the rear, and I got the surround sound with the Emotiva, and you know what you need? Bass. Because those don't do it, and those kinda could do it, but they're not gonna. So if you're gonna make some noise... There.
Good morning, Becky boys.
If you need that, you need bass. And so let's take a walk, and I'll show you Scoozy. Because this is where the bass lives. And I'm gonna need to stop the camera and move it because currently this is very confusing for you. You see, I've got not one, but 2 actually affordable 12-inch subwoofers by Jamo. Well, they were more affordable. Now they're less affordable because everyone's like, oh my God, and then they bought them. Just like I bought these 2. I bought these 2. And I got one and it was weird and made noises and I had to return it and get another one. But now I have 2 working ones. And these are, since they are Jamo, which means they're Klipsch. By the way, people who put weights on their DACs are stupid. They're stupid. People who weights on their subwoofers, they're smart, because this will just vibrate off. It is on a wheeled cart right now, and I've got 2 of them laying sideways with a towel between them. So let me absconder one of these bastards and bring it to the main space. So hold on a sec. I think I need to pause that. Oh no, oh no. Okay. That was literally the surround sound playing and the music playing simultaneously. Welcome to Z Reviews. So I've moved one of the 912s and I forgot to open the damn web page. So let's go do that now and see what we're gonna do this together, and it's gonna be real sad because hold on, just type Jamo. It's gonna be there. Oh, there it is. C912. When I bought the first one, it was $150. $150 for a 12-inch sub made by Klipsch for Jamo that looks that good. When I got it and it made the weird noise, and I said I'm gonna buy a second one and see if it also makes weird noise. I got the second one. It was $169, and I'm like, all right. So I've ordered 2 now. I'm gonna say one of them's broken. Replace it. It took them 2 weeks to replace it, but I finally got the replacement, and then I had 2 of them. How much is it now? $229. Okay. I can live with that. $229 I can live with. Let's see if the black one's cheaper. Sometimes the colors make all the difference. Nope, still $229. It is, however, Amazon's choice in home subwoofers by Jamo. 169 reviews, 5 stars. I don't. You can get it in black, but why would you? Well, the black fascia looks really nice. So here's the deal. At $229, this is still a fucking buy. At $250, it was dumb. It was like, why wouldn't you buy this? Because here's the thing. If I unpause the movie, just the movie, there's only one of those subwoofers back there now. I probably have to turn it up a bit. It was tuned to have both of them, but I could tell you from experience that one of these is almost enough for a theater. It's still a 12-inch sub, no matter how you calculate it out. Even if it's a cheap 12-inch sub. Did you see the surround? We'll touch it a little bit more in a bit. So yeah, no, we're gonna. We'll minimize the movie, and now we're gonna go back to apparently Unlimited Blade Works, which is what this was. Oh, there you go. Massive Attack. So I've got this sub tuned a little. Put that mouse down there. Put you down there. Pick you up. Take a walk. Pull up a goddamn ball seat. Zeos, link the ball seats in the description. Because look, you can take the ball out. You can bounce it. And then you can put it back in. And you can sit in it. This thing is exactly what I've been needing. Just a recommendation. Those used to be my go-to. Those little 8-inch Martin Logans, they were between $99 and $200. They varied for years. And then all the cheap subs sort of disappeared. Even the Dayton 10s and Dayton 12s were sort of just like, eh. I needed a quality, good sub. A sub that you could somehow squeak past the misses. Or the mister. I don't know, however it works out. I'm currently feeding these off of the Triangle BRO2 BT's subwoofer out, which is basically a full line out that just goes down. So if I unpause this, that's right here. That's where that bass is going. And I put the cover on it because I wanted to show you. Actually, I can show you the cover without taking it off because I own two. By the miracle of owning two. Here's the cover. It's that nice tweed material. Actually, it's very reminiscent of these $700, very reminiscent, like weirdly reminiscent of the $700 set of triangles cover. And it's not square. It's hard to see on camera because of the warping of the lens. But if I put this down, you can see it rocks back and forth because it's got a curvature to it. And that, just that, makes these pretty. And you don't notice it. It's not like a huge thing. It's not a circle. But just having it be flat on top and just curved on the side like all the other Jamo speakers. Oh. And then there's even the cutout here, an extra bit for the port. Because it is front ported. Having a 12-inch front ported means you only have to concern yourself really with one side. That's another good thing, because a lot of times people shove a subwoofer in a corner, which you shouldn't do. You should put the subwoofer where the reason the subwoofers are back there behind the curtain is not because I don't want to see them. It's because I did the subwoofer crawl. Every time I talk about a subwoofer, I'll mention this. Because sometimes, I guarantee you, if this is your first time you've ever heard about the subwoofer crawl, let me know. Subwoofer crawl is when, instead of just randomly putting a subwoofer around where it's convenient, which who the fuck wants convenience? What you do is you spend the time to get your subwoofer here, right where your fucking head's gonna be. So in this specific area, I put pillows or boxes. I forget what I actually piled up here. Or you know what? I may have moved the couch out. But I put the subwoofer here. Literally, the cone was where my face goes. And I started playing bassy music, kind of like Massive Attack. Just something that was like boom, 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 boom. And then it's called the sub crawl because what you do is once the subwoofer is where your head's gonna be, you put your head where the subwoofer is gonna be. And you listen. Because it's weird how it works, but that's how acoustics work. It's like throwing a rock in the pond and the ripples go out. At some point, those ripples diverge. So you throw the rock the other place, and at some point, that ripple will come back to exactly where the first rock would have been thrown. It's weird. But you crawl around on the floor, or in my case, you bob up and down, because look where that subwoofer is. That shit's fucking 3.5 feet off the ground. You figure out where the subwoofer, where your head is, sounds best. The most even, not boomy, not light, there's no room mode. And once your head is in that spot, you take your head out of that spot and put the subwoofer there, and that's back over there. A little bit off the floor, back over in that corner. Specifically, like I've moved it like 7-8 inches to the right, doesn't sound as good. I've moved it away, doesn't sound as good. I think if I brought it up a little more, it might even sound better. So I end up building a goddamn rolling cart for my subwoofers that live back there. So now that we've discussed the sub crawl, I've got this slap dab in the middle, and you know what? It doesn't fucking care. Handsome Family, When You Whispered. Let me skip forward a little bit. Oh, Tron. You know what? You can't tell on the camera. I'm gonna see if I can record this because it's fucking hilarious. Let me see if I can get that, wait. Yeah, no. The camera is actually showing it as waving. To me, the whole thing just gets blurry because it's moving at like 35, 40 times a second. It's like, ah! That's fucking... It is chugging right now on Tron OST Armory. So let's free it from this mortal coil of beauty. Which honestly, I kind of like it with the light that on. Oh, there's something I don't like, blue LED. There's always got to be something I don't like. So when it's active, there's a blue LED. It's behind the grill. If you're going to see it, if you need to know when it's in sleep mode, because it'll turn red when it's sleeping, instead of turning off when it's sleeping or red when it's in standby and green when it's on, it's red when it's in standby and blue, fucking blue when it's on. I'm going to roll my cool little chair. We'll tilt it forward to look at the rear. Don't drop it on its face because that driver does stick out quite a bit. We have got a WA 2 port, which is for wireless. So they have a wireless adapter that Jamo sells. I'll link it in the description. But it's almost as much as the fucking subwoofer, or at least how much I paid for the subwoofer. So I didn't even consider that. Plus I have a ton of cables, so I ran it. So you've got a WA 2 port for the wireless. You've got 2 RCA ins, one that's labeled LFE and one that's just R. So you plug that in for your source. You got a phase switch, 180 and 0. You get your frequency response, which by the way, I have down all the way. So I'm letting these cover as much as they can, probably down to 50 or so. And this is a 40 hertz crossover, so we're gonna bring it up a little bit. The volume's at half. It's at half. And it's not the most powerful amplifier in the world. I think it's like 120 watts. You could check. That's good wallpaper. But you don't need a lot. It's actually got the 2 pegs here to mount the wireless adapter. You got an on-off switch, and it takes a figure 8 power plug. Removable. Thank you. I fucking hate subwoofers with attached power cords. I don't understand. So that's as basic bitch as you can get for the C912 sub. There's a C910 sub. I don't intend on buying it. I will link it. If you want a slightly smaller version of this, feel free, and then tell me how it is. Drop this bitch down. The bottom, it actually isn't that heavy, as I say that and drop it. Rubber feet. It's kind of lightweight, which means you could complain that, oh, well, Zeo said it means it needs more bracing inside. For 220 bucks, buy it, take the driver out, and add bracing. Bracing just means you take a triangle of wood and you glue the corner and shove it in the corner, and you've braced. Congratulations. If you're a real badass, you put a piece of wood in there and you drill from the top and sides if you really want to get nuts, or you pile bricks on it like I did. You put one on the bottom, you put towel, you put another one on top of it. That'll cost you under $500, and then you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy just bricks. I'm not joking you. When I had just the Martin Logan Dynamo 400 in that corner, because this whole surround sound here was being run on one 8-inch. It was a $500 8-inch, but it was still an 8-inch. So I'm like, you know what? It's the one thing that I need 2 12s. I need 2 12s. And I wasn't going to go out and buy 2 SVS 12s or an SVS 13 to put in this little tiny space. This is my testing arena. I just need a sub to get by. So I found the Jamo. I ordered the Jamo. It got weird, but I could hear the potential. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy another one. They're so cheap. I'm buying another one. Bought another one. Then they fucked up and didn't send it to me. And I'm like, eh. And then I got them, and I had 2. And I had 2 set up here for a while. If you go back and watch my my Mophie source point video, I literally had these on the floor, and then speaker stands, and then the fluid audio coaxial drivers. And I was like, I'm living it. I'm living the dream. And then I never did the review of these, so I don't know what's fucking wrong with me. But let's look at the front. That is a serious cone. It's not the cone. The cone is whatever. Cone can live. It's this that matters. This is not the surround of a cheap subwoofer. This has the stiffness and the girth and the width to allow for more excursion than you're usually going to get from a cheap like Polk subwoofer. Even the cheap Klipsch subwoofers. Like if this was a gold copper, if this was the Klipsch copper, I would know exactly it's a Klipsch. I like it better in the silver and the graphite. Here's your port. Flared. Everything's better. Wait, that doesn't, I'm not going to say that word. They're not saying that word. Here's your blue LED, which you can easily cover with some blue tack or gray tack or tape or a fucking anime waifu sticker. I might just get an anime waifu sticker and cover it. But no, it's back in the corner, so I don't give a shit. But that's a serious subwoofer with a decent sized port, tuned to do probably in the 20 hertz range. Let's kick it back a little bit. And let's swap. More Otis Taylor. Let's unplug the subwoofer and see what that sounds like. Did you hear that whoomp? Did you hear the whoomp? Did you hear it fucking whoomp? It's missing its balls. $700 speakers, $200 sub. I'm going to say 200 in case it drops under 200. Then the average price will be around 200. 100% fucking worth. In fact, not only do I like it so much I bought fucking two. Two? I've got a thing for 2 subs, and you don't have to put them in the same spot. Like, I did that because I did the sound, the crawl, and it's like, it's either there or like here. And I'm not putting a sub here, half a foot off the ceiling, right where I walk into the space. It's not happening. Because you could do it in 2 separate spots. You got to keep in mind, these are just curtains. All right? This is one giant fuck off space. So the fact that I found a reasonably close spot with the sub crawl, you're in every video now today, just screaming. Hello. The fact that I found a spot even like reachable over there. I'm actually running out of the XLR on the Bass X here, the MC700. I'm running the XLR sub out through an XLR cable. It's like 35 feet long to an XLR RCA adapter. And then, in case you didn't see, let me go show you again. I do this occasionally and I will recommend it, and I do want to link them here. See this? This is a female RCA to 2 male RCAs. And on all the subwoofers that I've got going on, I use this. In fact, we can go put this on the sub in the room. I actually have 3 of these. One that comes off of the 0.1, and then it splits to 2. And then each one of these has one of these wires on it that splits to 4, so that you can, because if you do this, and it doesn't matter because it's just splitting, if you add this, sometimes on more affordable subwoofers, more likely, it'll take the left and right channel and sum them together, so you get about 3 more decibels of gain. Not the bassiest track.
This fucking guy comes out of nowhere, kicks our asses.
This would be the guy that looks like Batman.
I didn't say he looked like Batman.
You did, Trey. You said...
Ooh. Vangelis. I'm actually going to turn it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to feel that. I can't feel it because it's unplugged. I'm like, why am I turning it up? Why am I not feeling this at all? It's been a long day, everybody. It's been a very long day. Okay, now it's working. Yep, now it's working. I can't play music. This is why the sound demos are now private. If you don't know, the sound demos are now available only privately to patrons and subscribers to our subscribers. Well, for $5 a month, you get access to that and all the music I could fucking shove down your throat. Oh my God. I will say, sitting this close, I'm hearing, especially with it up this loud, I am hearing that port make a little bit of noise. It's not dead silent. It's not the driver. It's just the port being just, I wish to Christ B&W didn't own that patent on the golf ball holes, because that like quiets air down. But those fucks own it, and you can't put it on anything, even though it's just, I could just dimple this in a mold. They don't do it. Oh my God. This is Yoshi Horikawa, In the Wind, from the new Spaces album. I'm feeling the air of my pants moving. In fact, can we see the air of my pants moving? Hold on. Yep. It's literally throwing my pants around. So if you want a subwoofer that'll throw your pants off for less than $250, let me introduce you to the Jamo C912, which That's making Jamo like the brand. 803s, Jamo C103s, 103, 1003, no, 103s are the big ones. 802, yeah, no, every Jamo product has been fucking stellar. I think up to their higher price ones, and it's even better, the little concert series. Not the most complicated sub, but I don't want it to be. I want it to be affordable. And I will gladly pair this with other expensive things. $700 speakers? Pair it with this. I have another subwoofer upstairs, the little OSD 10-inch tube one. I'll give that a run, although my cats are currently using it as a scratching post. Yeah, I know. It's just welcome to having cats. Corn love song. It's the easiest way to get cheap bass. It's the cheapest bass you could buy. And I highly recommend it. Anyway, those girls, available in the wallpaper hoard. That'll literally, if you get that link and you set that up, it'll give you every wallpaper I've ever used ever in every review and sound demo. So, I mean, if that's not motivation to install Resilio Sync, nothing is. Links to this, Patreon and Subscribestar, support this channel. You think I bought that money with my money? I bought it with your money for supporting this channel so I could buy other things, including I bought the OSD sub. I bought a lot of subwoofers recently. I may have to get checked out. But anyway, for $5 a month, you get to see these reviews early. So when this goes up in price, because 50 patrons bought it, not my fault, you weren't a patron. See reviews early, participate in yard sales, which I don't think I'm yard selling any of these. The boxes are already burned. Actually, the cats are scratching the shit out of that one. And then third, sound demos. I get to play whatever songs I want. I get to use whatever wallpapers I want. So if you want to enjoy sound demos like the old days, even better than the old days since there's no restrictions, by all means, $5 a month will let you enjoy the sound demos. Also, all the previous sound demos that have disappeared are uploaded there. $10 a month puts you in the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where you can ask me any questions directly like, hey, Zeos, how do you get these waifus not to fall off these speakers? And well, I'll tell you, if you join the $10 chat, how do they not fall off the speakers when you're playing music so loud? I'll explain it to you if you're in the $10 chat. And also anything else. And also, if you're in the $10 chat, you get into a lifetime swap meet channel where you can buy, sell, and trade gear with other members. There's over 300 members in there that privately trade gear with one another. I was going to make a comma swapping joke. I didn't do it. Just a gear swapping joke. There you go. I made it. Are you happy? Anyway. Links to that, links to these, and check out Hi-Fi Guides. And don't forget to click the sponsorship link in the description, because who knows where it goes this week. It could go anywhere. It could go to the Predator homeworld. Oh, I'm going to listen to this whole thing now.